Don't you be silly. He's a dreadlocks man, traveling in Kingston City with a guitar in his hand. Don't you be foolish. Music doesn't praise. What can you do for me? And this is what he said. Put on your dancing shoes. I come to play some roots. And can you feel the groove? I come to play some roots. Sounds like wah-wah-boo, 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 wah-wah-boo.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
It's time for Shakeup on WEFM 99.9.
It's 15 minutes on to the hour of 11 a.m. You're locked on to the Queen for a Song WEFM 99.9. It's time for your Shakeups program. Today's Shakeups program for today, the 19th of April. Psalms 19 verses 1 to 3. The heaven declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech, nor language, where their voice is not heard. This was your Shakeup. Scripture reading taken from Psalms 19 verses 1 to 3. You're locked on to the Queen for a Song WEFM 99.9. Remember, Shakeups is an interactive program. So the numbers to call or text 457-9997. And the numbers to call or text on WhatsApp to be interactive 457-9997. Today's Shakeups will also be Mr. Dominic Sutherland and Mr. Michael Charles.
Mikey, you could tell when you're a stranger. You know, Richie pulling, he's saying 40. No, not 40. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, it's me again. It's wonderful to be in the studios of WEFM.
Correct.
I want to offer special greetings to the management and staff of the studio. Again, when we think of WEFM and Shakeup, you realize you talk about change, eh, Mikey?
Definitely.
You know, I am so happy anytime I sit in this chair where I always must pay special tribute to my brother Glenn Jackson. You know, special greetings to the brothers and sisters in Central Kingston and to each and every listener, both in St. Vincent and in the diaspora. Mike?
Yeah, well, it's good to be back in a clean, fresh song, then be in the company of Richie and Dominic. As usual, I'd just like to big up the retired Station Sergeant Jackson in Mespo, Caro and Noel in Sharps, Phil at the market, Monica, Sister Jacobs, Bethel, Miss Duncan, Miss Kingston Park, Miss Murphy, John Chang, Miss Harold, Vanny Joseph in the US, Camrick in the UK, Charge Up Mason, Steppin Razor, Lavon, and Miss Jack, my neighbors in Green Hill, Raja at the bus terminal, and not forgetting our good friend Steppin. It's a interactive program. We had to keep it clean, and we'll take it from you. And this time, we'd just like to welcome our sister stations, Star Radio and Garifuna Radio. I'd say we'll take it from here once you keep it clean.
Hey, I want to obviously say belated happy birthday to a young fella named Phil. I don't know if you know him by that description, Michael. Young fella.
Yeah, the young fella, the young peanut man.
I hope you had a wonderful day, my brother, and continue keeping on, continue adding value to SVG. Brother Mike, you know, it's an interesting time because while I sat down here, I realized a post came in to my phone, which is talking about ICC men's T20 World Cup.
Yes.
And it's talking about party stands. I know you ain't want to go in a party stand.
Well, the days of my party standing finished. I'm sitting now. I leave that for you, young Richie.
Hey, but what for me this signals is SVG moving forward. The fact that we are here speaking, Michael, about 2020 cricket. We are speaking about cricket returning to the Annisvale playing field. It has been a journey.
Yes, definitely.
I remember, maybe it might be almost a decade since we have had any real cricket out at Annisvale.
Mm-hmm. Yes, other than Masters cricket and so on. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I expected you to throw in the Masters cricket, As you say, you're not as young as you used to be.
You're being a grandmaster.
But you realize that in terms of St. Vincent being on the world stage, St. Vincent basically moving forward, the reality that we are hosting Cricket World Cup is a testament to the journey. And I say this because a lot of times we argue and we carry on why this is not happening, why that's not happening, what is the government doing? And our reality is that the efforts most of the time goes unnoticed, unseen, because you have to start from sowing a seed.
Definitely.
It gets covered up. A lot of that work, a lot of that breakback work gets covered up when the final product is on show.
But Dominic too, the fact that we didn't have much major cricketing competitions at Annisvale, but that's not to say that the government wasn't doing anything in terms of sport and cricket per se, because for the past 7 years, we were doing well hosting under 19, under 15 cricket, West Indies cricket, Windward Islands cricket here in St. Vincent and Grenadines, and the improved stands. We have Park Hill, South Rivers, and not forgetting Cumberland.
Well, I smile because, Michael, think of that seed that is being planted or has been planted, and the fact that, hey, listen, if we didn't venture forward, I was having a conversation earlier today on Star Morning Scoop where I was saying, if you don't venture forward in spite of the noise, a lot of times the results that you need to achieve and you want to achieve will never be accomplished.
Correct.
Because in this life, you will have the naysayers, you will have the doubters, you'll have the persons who, like Thomas, until he could put his finger in it, until he could actually stand to benefit from it, he still will doubt that it's not possible. And as my brother Saboto would normally remind us, revolution is about making the impossible become ordinary. Yeah. Where at the end of the day, we are not only building bridges and we are not only building airports, but those became the pathway to our success. Understanding that, hey, listen, Brother Mike, I came in from Argyle this morning and I was looking at the Holiday Inn. I looked at Myers.
Yes.
I peep up the hill by Hotel Alexandrina. I peep across by Beachcombers. I looked across by La View. And for me, it is amazing to see how St. Vincent is moving forward. Yes. No, it didn't happen because we snapped our fingers.
No, it didn't.
We didn't have those, or we don't have those kind of witches' powers where we could snap our fingers, twiggle our nose, and all of a sudden something appears. You have to be able to go and put your hand to the wheel and make sure you keep steering the ship.
Correct.
And half of the time, you're going to meet rough waters.
Most of the times.
But if you can go through the rough waters, if you can ensure that your vision doesn't get clouded, if you can ensure that while everybody else is making noise, you stay focused, success will be achieved.
And not only stay focused, but you have to make sure that your crew is being looked after. Yeah. Once you have a good crew, your ship will be maneuvered properly. And that's exactly what's happening with the captain we have in the Honorable Prime Minister.
And when I look at it, we are talking, let me see if I could pull it up clearly. It's a little blurred, but I'm seeing we are talking about June. It looks like the 10th, the 14th, the 18th, 22nd, and 24th. No. Michael, I want to expand on this a little beyond cricket. Because you see, we have to understand that everything is an opportunity for something else. Now, my whole thing is we're going to have a period where Richie going to smile because Richie realized, some years ago, I think it was Problem Child or one of them who sang Fet after Fet after Fet after Fet. And you realize now we are talking about event after event after event after event after event.
Correct.
Where we're going to be talking about getting into a period where we're going to launch Carnival. I know it's a little quiet now, but we don't take it off the radar. We're going to launch Carnival. And from between May and the end of Carnival in July, you're talking about having significant visitors inside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where any fete you have, sell off, a ram. And it's an opportunity to do business. Michael, this is why I get excited when I see these postings. Mm-hmm. Because you realize that for persons who thought St. Vincent dead, I'm going to show you how alive and well it is. Because now, if you sit down and you want to be a naysayer, and you want to sit down on the side of the fence, basically saying you're not going to get involved, obviously the opportunity will pass you. But Michael, we know we partner Richie in it, because again, if we use the opportunity and use it well, it means not only do we have a May, a June, a July, but we can sell St. Vincent for the rest of the year because we'll have an independence, which this year, if I'm correct, we're supposed to be 45. A wonderful milestone, which we have to be able to use and make better. If I'm going wrong, Michael, tell me,
You're going good so far.
We have to be able to see the opportunities, the business opportunities. I am looking forward, and I'm saying this, Michael, I might be getting myself in trouble because of jumping ahead of everybody. But I expect to see Vincy Mas being well promoted. I am expected, I noticed the soca music already start to drop.
Yes. I heard one yesterday by Grabber.
Well, I'm going to leave you alone with Grabber. But is that at the end of the day, our artists are actually realizing, hey, listen, this could be a year I bring out good music. The promoters start to do their things early because there will be a crowd in St. Vincent. It means that I could actually make a good dollar. I bring out a product that becomes, that gains market acceptance and people gravitate towards the product. It means that the promoters are going to be knocking at my door because they have to have me in their fete. This is an opportunity for serious business to be done. And here, if you notice, I'm talking outside of the Cricket World Cup because it's one thing for a man to show up to watch the 2020, which might last for what, 2-3 hours?
6 hours.
6 hours for 2020?
Yeah.
All right. But guess what? There's only 6 hours in the day. What happens to the rest of the day? And when we look at the matches that are slated, it's not every day back to back. There seem to be at least 1 or 2 days in between, which basically means that any visitor who is here for ICC, once we have a product for them to enjoy, they're going to make the most of it. It's not every day they would have come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. No, they're hearing about this gem that seems to somehow be controlling the world. They want to experience it. And this is where I want to bring our people's attention. We have a 2-month period, which I figure, if used well, should really bring some significant returns to our business people. Make sure you get your product up to standard. Make sure your service is of high quality.
Yes.
Ensure also that you don't hope by chance somebody drop cross, but promote yourself, promote your event.
And while all this is taking place, Dominic, remember Lions, Leo and the Lioness, they're here right now. I think it's over 400 persons.
On the ground.
Yes, yes.
No, and this is the point. At the end of the day, if you notice, I said 2 months, right? Yeah. So I'm saying all now so. And this is where our business people have to be in tune. Our young entrepreneurs have to be paying attention. Don't just pay attention to the noise, because a lot of the time the noise distracts. Pay attention to the opportunities, because I could guarantee you, Brother Mike, you're going to have plenty of people who are going to end up saying, boy, I blink and missed it. I didn't see that shot. I didn't see the opportunity. And I made nothing from it. I'm saying, based on World Cup cricket coming, based on the 400 persons on the ground right now, let us basically use this opportunity to grow our economy. I am looking forward to Invest SVG, working with the young persons, the various entrepreneurs out there, to say, hey, maybe they could put on a nice little flea market.
Correct.
No, I'm not talking about anything extravagant. And I'm not talking about something that could end up basically not being sanctioned by the Cricket Council, but something that could be done that while the visitors are here, we can basically showcase the best of St. Vincent and allow people to see the talent that we have, the products that we have, and allow them to sample, taste, and even purchase to take back to show what St. Vincent can do.
But I'm certain that the Ministry of Tourism and the Tourism Authority, they'll put things in place for these events. I'm certain of that.
Well, you know, Michael, you know why this program called Shakeup, right? Because we said we need to hear about it. We don't want it to be a secret. We want it to be a success. And for it to be a success, it has to be spoken about. It has to basically be out there where people will participate, know what is happening. And obviously, we get as many Vincentians as possible involved in the process. And this is why I brought it to Shakeup. Shakeup is the program where we make sure we wake up anybody who's sleeping.
Yeah, definitely. We shake them up.
Exactly. And I'm saying, based on the opportunities that are in existence right now, we can't be quiet. We have to basically look, because I'm coming in today, and as I said, I'm looking around and I'm saying, hey, listen, if our business persons can look at our land and understand where the value is, money will be made, because opportunities are coming. My brother Richie, we taking the break? Yes. So we'll take the break at 11, and remember we'll break again at 11:30.
WEFM 99.9.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see we line it, with the red and white case, show me what you like it. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. With over 60 years experience, hold the best tobacco, best ingredients. This is your boy Lou to say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
Lanes is your Vincentian family store. We give you quality service and you save more. We add value to your household, that's for sure. At Lanes, our customers always come first. For your family needs, come on in. Construction, household, and clothing. Our friendly staff is ready to help. Get more and save more. Remember, at Lanes, our customers come first. We thank you for making Lanes your family store for value. Lanes, your family store for value.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG. Our one bank together, we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. BOSVG. Doing more together.
BOSVG. Doing more together.
Declare God's praises in the island.
Sunday, April 28th. It's the return of the Digicel National Gospel Showcase to the Victoria Park, featuring not 1, not 2, but 3 international gospel artists from Trinidad and Tobago. Chantal Lindsay, The Furnace, and Blessed Messenger. You can't afford to miss the Digicel National Gospel Showcase, Sunday, April 28th at the Victoria Park, with Chantal Lindsay, The Furnace, and Blessed Messenger, along with the best of SVG. Showtime, 6 p.m. Admission, $20. SVG Gospel Fest is sponsored by Digicel, Value Pack, Century Insurance, Geku, the SVG TCCU, ASL Auto and Real Estate, LA Unique Upholstery, Korean Divine Designs, Island Sips Water, EarlInnis.com, the Russell's Auditorium, SVG Tires and General Services, and Nice Radio.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Yeah, welcome back to Shakeup program with your host Dominic Sutherland and yours truly, Michael Charles. Remember, it's an interactive program and the numbers to call is 457-9997. That's 457-9997. It's also the number you WhatsApp. You can call us by WhatsApp or you can even WhatsApp message us.
Michael, we got mark April 28th on our calendar.
Definitely.
Gospel Fest.
Definitely.
I mean, I look at that as a program that unfortunately I think has gone a little quiet, but two need to basically, we need to champion it a little more, ensure that it rises back to the prominence it once had. Gospel Fest. It's part of our culture. It's part of our calendar activities,
Yes.
and it has to be basically promoted. And we invite persons to basically come out and support the team that continues to keep it alive. So, Michael, there's something else interesting. While I speak of business and the economy, there's something I noticed taking place in Trinidad. Right? We had a call, which is the artists, the major reggae artists, reggae icons in Trinidad, basically coming out and speaking out about the youth and the violence that is taking place in the islands. And, I've fallen in love with the message. And then today, I was basically made aware of a poet who basically shared some thoughts, again coming out of Trinidad.
Trinidad, okay.
No, if you give me, Richie, it's 4 minutes, but I want to share it because I want us then to basically look at Little St. Vincent and be able to think for ourselves, how do we make it right? Now, in the call, Prophet Benjamin, etc., they weren't cussing government. They weren't basically pulling down. I was wondering if my brother finding it. You have it? Oh, okay. Yes. But they were basically saying, hey, listen, with all the gun violence that is taking place within the land, we have to start looking at ourselves as adults to basically ensure that we guide the youths and them right. Then my brother Obi today shared this poet with me, and I want to share it with our listening public. It's available on Facebook, but I would like to share it.
For fun when the day come. I grew up reading cover to cover under the covers for hours when the day done. Way back when I used to wear backpack and ribbon, the word tablet only had one definition. You see, in the dinosaur days that I grew, when you wanted to know the meaning of a word, you didn't ask Siri. The only woman you would ask was your mommy, and she would tell you to look it up in the dictionary. So I went to Merriam-Webster, not Alexa, trying to find what being a child means, because it's clickbait. Weaves and wigs, body bubbles and clips age, playing mind games like Minecraft and Fortnite, don't fly kite, ride bike, no bedtime on a school night. Yes, I was taught language is multiracial, but I just thought some things would be generational, like children. These 21st century revised editions, updated versions, products don't produce themselves, so I blame the manufacturers. Parents today don't parent anymore. Too many unerased human mistakes walking around. The faults of adults who like to play without protection, well, congratulations. Responsibility is the ramification of not wearing rubber, not taking plan B, or you're not making love, or you're out here making babies. And motherhood is more than cute. Daily bump update, IG stories. Fatherhood goes further than adding some words to social media bio. That's easy. I mean, it is easy. Don't do the deed if you don't want the duties. Dumped on the free babysitter, TV, pictures rated PG, but parental guidance can't be provided by a flat screen. Before toddlers turn to teen, scenes of violence and crime already etched in their minds. And then we wonder why every night Disha reporting a murder. It's apparent to me. Because parents today don't parent anymore. When mother should mother, she sticks her phone in baby face like a pacifier. When dad, supposed to dad, he just shoves an iPad in the child hand. Get him all the devices to occupy the attention. But those crocodile tears are cry to occupy your attention. Best hand them the tissues for their daddy issues one time. Affected by deprivation of deeply desired affection like a hug from their old man. They hug every old man that says, I love you. Never kissed as kids, they never kiss their kids. And then we wonder what the reason is for the perpetuation of dysfunctional families in TNT. It's apparent to me. Parents today don't parent anymore. Lord, if mummies and daddies would please read the job description. It's an automatic fail, ignoring that it entails discipline. All you're listening, you and the pick-me not friends, so they don't have to like and subscribe to your rules. Just follow how mama and dada never saying no from diapers to boxers, raising monsters. What do you expect when you get your son a gun for Christmas? Back chat, slam doors, chores undone. Listen, some problems only fix with a little licks. But afraid, bullet for a belt. So punishment is being sent to a room with fridge and AC. And then we wonder how they can have the audacity to disrespect authority. Schoolgirl calls mother, cause teacher, it's apparent to me. Parents today don't parent anymore. Oh God. Lord, parents today, I just wish we would rewind to the time when kids look their age, act their age, song their age. I say we start a new trend. Hashtag parents, parent.
Michael,
Powerful.
when I heard that, and I must thank my brother Obi, because I saw it and I didn't click on it, and when he sent it to me and he shared the thought, I am seeing where in Trinidad right now, persons are not trying to pass off blame for societal ills on the government, but they're basically standing up and trying to take ownership because they realize the blame game don't work anymore. Parents got to be parents. Artists, in the call that was made, one of the artists basically had a line which basically moved me. He said, it seems like the songs these days are made in a gun factory. Here again, now the poet is saying, hey, listen, we no longer try to parent. And what we are doing is basically passing off our responsibility to what we call AI, artificial intelligence. There is a movement on the ground in Trinidad that I do not want us in St. Vincent to miss. This program is called Shakeup. And it's called Shakeup for a purpose and a reason, because we have to be able to understand that there are opportunities out there. But if we don't prepare our society to gain from the opportunities, we will obviously lose our society. This is what is happening in Trinidad. Michael, in our youth, the place to go in the Caribbean, the Southern Caribbean, was Trinidad.
Yeah.
It had it all. It had it all. And today, we are seeing a place that had it all now have persons crying out from inside and saying, let's change our trajectory. Why is that important for SVG? Because earlier segment, I was speaking about ICC World Cup, and I was speaking about the things that are going to happen and how I see the economy booming. But it cannot boom and then we lose our identity. We lose our morality. We lose our social responsibility. That's why I am linking the messages, because we could end up with the good being overshadowed by the bad. We have to ensure that as the visitors come and they are seeing what St. Vincent has to offer, they're able to leave with good impressions of Vincentians. I look at the comments Sandals is having. I see we have a caller. Let me take our caller. Hello, good day.
Hey, good day, Mr. Dominic and former Commissioner Police.
Yeah, greetings, Stephen.
Your big brother.
Yes, my brother. Always singing peaceful, calm. These are the kind of people that live long, you know. Because I could hear it in your voice. You're not a guy that's worrying, but you have all the knowledge inside. No wonder they make you Commissioner Police. But tell you something, you say something, Mr. Commissioner, the former Commissioner, you say something earlier about the cricket. And why I admire that you just say, you say it's simple, but it gets so long. Because you say, meanwhile, we don't until we couldn't get like international cricket and things. Because we have to deliver, you say that people training. We training people just like it's set out to education. You know, you're going to develop a country, educate a nation. So when the investors come, people are uneducated and ready for a job. That's how far the things gets to go. And you're telling Vincent with a fair mind and a good heart, just like how you're talking, I could hear truth inside you, that we under development and we delivering up to meet our standard, other people's standard, because we stress again that in Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, all them places are international airports. And the tourism is far ahead above we. And then we have a man with a vision and come now and build an international airport and start to educate people and stretch anything long that we could reach in them standard. And maybe after that we will surpass them, because if we had a prime minister like this kind of prime minister, like Camilo, anyone to take over and they continue, people will bypass plenty people. So you can, when you talk about we not really had this yet, but we are training people to meet that standard. That was a wise question from a former police commissioner, and he could tell how we instinct, we're thinking about the country and development and everything like that. And if you have people, Vincent and things like you, we'll move mountain. And Mr. Dominic, you know, with development, you know, Vincent and I don't know the hard spell. You know, Vincent and all of them live good paying job, educated people, and you know, they go into entrepreneurs, business and all kind of things. They're always ready for occasion. People say, hey, Labour and NDP have a jam session. Even before the jam session starts, they're not prepared. They're not ready with the drinks and the this and the that. And that is a good motive for people like how we thinking. We always on the ball. We have bright fellas and things. We have these from out top. We have Frankie and all these fellas and them. And you time to time you hear the talking and the kind of white thing that they're talking. And Vincent is ready. And then Dominic now on the other hand, encouraging us and make sure we not drop the ball. Meanwhile, the development coming, prepare, and that's why I'm saying people is preparing before any development, and that is very good. So when a development ready to come, if you have overwhelming people ready, and Dominic can right back on you to keep the people, keep on reminding them that boy, you know, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and this is about to happen, and this sign looks like it's going to happen, and if people prepare, you have to prepare the people. But let me just say that thanks to Atlihal Police, because I have a little problem, and this morning they come and they solve that with a young maid, a young lady come and tell me that she's 15 years old, and this and that, and when I wanna get out my place, she making this. She want to stay and she want to rest and she hung. That kind of thing. And I at the police, I went and tell them and they come and they sing and she good and beat and all kind of thing and try to find out she about and everything. And the girl she has potential and everything. And these police and them not really handle things. Vincent and police are handle things nice, you know. But it doesn't mean the people that be so happy and they want to think and all kind of thing. And tell you was in position, people had to tell about certain things. Like if them fellas just pass on all in the night, I say, boy, sometimes in my mind, this fella and I'm afraid it was so much of bush and thing around and they pass it. And they go by some people and they will say, hey, we not saying them, they're not doing the work and all kind of thing. But Vincent, I don't know why we just be thinking to some of us. So for that, let me just say hello to Miss Murphy and all these loving Labour Party people and people like Charlotte that have on their head. And if Vincent have on their head like that, we reach real far. Even you, Dominic. Okay, my brother.
All right.
Thanks for contribution, Stephen.
I wrote something while my brother Stephen spoke. Education with morality and responsibility. This is what we are trying to do with our education system. We're trying to obviously ensure that persons are well equipped for the jobs ahead, and we want them to basically take them up, be responsible. Because, Brother Mike, I continue to make this point. Government has done what it needs to do to ensure that this country is moving forward. But they cannot force any one of us to take up our responsibility. So therefore, when we look at Sandals putting out ads and saying they need chefs, they need butlers, they need persons to work, if we don't answer the call, if we think our education basically, we were basically endowed with education, but therefore we don't have to sit down and do our part. There are persons outside who basically waiting and ready to come in and take advantage of the opportunity.
It will happen.
Michael, I look at what is going on and I'm saying we need our Vincentians to be totally in tune with what is happening, but also understand that, hey, listen, we cannot go down a path where all we are seeing is, oh, these countries are so far ahead and they have done this and they have done that, that we want to bring only their negatives to St. Vincent, because we realize in these territories, the wise folks, the educated folks, the folks who want to make a difference now are basically turning and saying, hey, listen, we now have to own the responsibility to reshape our nation. No, we are shaping our nation. And I want Vincentians to understand that, hey, listen, blaming government ain't going to solve your issue. It's partnering with government to ensure that our children go to school, our children are well disciplined, our children are involved in all the extracurricular activities such as guides, cubs, scouts, cadets, rangers, the young programs. You got the Leo, you got the JCs, you got so many positive influences out there that we need to be able to encourage our children. And I'm going to add one that I think is critical. And you know, you normally say you leave the best for last, Michael. Church.
Very important.
We got to be able to get our young people back involved in church, driving our growth and development. Because if it's not well guided, Michael, we're going to lose it.
We'll lose everything.
We'll end up like the Trinidad, Jamaica, where you realize they're blessed with a lot of natural resources. But what is the problem? The people's attitude to what they're blessed with. I'm hoping we as Vincentians will basically not lose sight of what is taking place, but also join the fight to ensure that we could basically prosper and take advantage of the opportunities that are at hand.
Yeah.
Don't throw them away. Don't turn a blind eye. Michael, if we come down the road and all our young men want to do is sit down on the block from morning until night, you'll have those persons from the neighboring territories under the single market and economy, the CARICOM Treaty, who could come in and get work and become the beneficiaries of this government's labor, this government's work, this government's initiative. Now, I'm saying this not because I'm trying to scare anybody, but I want people to get the reality. If you blink and you don't pay attention to what is happening,
you will not see it.
You will not see it, and you will lose the opportunity. We cannot afford to lose the opportunity today. All right, my brother, I think we have the break at 11:30.
WEFM 99.9.
The flavor nice, it's locally made. Affordable price, Lord, up to $3 retail. When you see we lime it, with the red and white case, show me what you like. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. It's cigarette from Empire, Holdings Limited. With over 60 years experience, oh, the best tobacco, best ingredients. This is your boy Lou to say, support local, buy your cigarettes from Empire Holdings Limited. 10 cigarettes in a pack for up to $3 retail. Remember, smoking is not for minors.
Yes, sir.
Our industry relies on all of us to play our part. We take pride in showcasing our beautiful island, our craft, our cuisine, and our warm Vincentian hospitality.
Each of us play a crucial role in showcasing our vibrant tourism industry.
We can create spaces where visitors can unwind, connect with nature, and embrace tranquility of our beautiful surroundings.
We need everyone on board to help us create an exceptional experience for our guests.
Join us at our National Tourism Community Consultations as we shape the future of tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It's everyone's business, yeah. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Whether you're ripping it up on the highway or taking a casual Sunday drive, OT Tire Limited is second to none when delivering excellence at reasonable prices. We offer new and used tires, tire repair and installation. We are the only place that offers nitrogen, which helps with gas consumption and ride comfort. Supplying you with brand name tires like Maxxis, Kumo, Good Ride, Westlake, and Triangle.
Boom! Enjoy the VIP style customer waiting lounge with refreshments and free Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying, yo? This is Skinny Fabulous, and when it comes to tires, nobody makes it easier than OT. Got me run the road with me OT car tire.
Follow OT Tire on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter today.
Hey, boom, run the road with OT tires.
Smart shippers choose the affordable, speedy, highly efficient, and trusted Standard Shippers for pickup, delivery, and door-to-door services worldwide. For more than 40 years, Standard Shippers, first in services in Vincent and the Grenadines, all points in the Caribbean and select destinations worldwide, has been getting your cargo to its destination on time and intact. Our exceptional services range from consolidation, commercial cargo, LCL cargo, vehicles and machinery, to private containers, air freight, and container bookings. Courier service for small packages, shipment of barrels, boxes, crates, furniture, and equipment. In fact, all your personal effects. Prompt pickup service and expert handling and crating of all fragile and hazardous goods. If you're moving back home, you can trust the shippers with the standard of excellence. Standard Shippers. In St. Vincent, find us on Sharp Street, upstairs the Square Deal building in Kingstown. Call 784-457-2320. That's 784-457-2320. In New York at 9502 Ditmas Avenue in Brooklyn. Call 718-469-8377. That's 718-469-8377. Standard Shippers, prompt and reliable every time.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shakeup program with your host, Dominic Sutherland, and yours, Julie Michael Charles. Shakeup is an interactive program, and remember the number to call is 457-9997. That's 457-9997. And you can also use that same number to WhatsApp, call WhatsApp, send WhatsApp messages. Dominic, it's over to you again.
Michael, last week there was a notice that came across my WhatsApp that I want to basically spend the next few minutes focused on. It's called the Pride of the Caribbean. You know what that is?
Pride of the Caribbean.
Liat 2020 Limited. I smiled when I saw it. You know, I see we have a caller. Let's take the caller. Hello, good day.
Yeah, Dominic, just me again. Before you go into the thing, let me just ask you something. And let me just give big fellas, old man, a tips. Whenever somebody may come by, let me tell them thing and you ask them when they're born, and they start to check from that time they come up, sleeping at the show. And still sleeping at the show, you keep away from them wanting to well they under 15. And make sure that they ain't get involved. But tell me something now. Especially if you give them food, I give them a little $10 or anything like that, they will ask to buy you. That's tips. So youth man all have to be careful and elderly people. Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Dominic. Now, when a man intend to cut out to do wrong, I training to do wrong, you know, bringing up good from it. Sometimes they come up good from the parents and they try to go on the black and line because they're getting free food. People overseas might be sending money for them, family, and they eating and they drink and they get involved in drugs and crime and things. And these hard-headed people, whether they in front, they don't out, they ain't going. They ain't paying attention to that. Them just have a lifestyle to lie and waste time. When they don't get into the jobs and crime and all kind of things, that don't happen. Now tell me something. How are we going to defeat these people? But for me, Western society, I say, well, talk to these people to put them on the right path. Could you put a hard-head criminal that lying and wasting time to come to a job to do something or anything like that? How are we going to work with these people? That I want to ask you.
All right.
You could talk about that other time.
All right. Well, no, I'll answer your question. It's simple. We have to, I normally go, Michael, I normally tell persons I grew up appreciating and following the prayer of serenity. I accept the things I cannot change. I change the things I can.
Yes.
And I ask for wisdom. I see we have another caller there. Hello, good day.
Hi, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to
your
Shakeup.
program. I just want to put in my 10 cents if I can.
Yes, please.
I think we need to go back into the school system, and from kindergarten upwards, you integrate what work ethic is. What is the point of it? Why do we go to work? How do we work? Where do we work? What is our remuneration for it?
All right. Could you turn down your radio? Could you turn down the radio in your back?
It's not on.
Or it's just that we are having a grating coming through?
No, I
But go
understand
ahead.
that. No, it's not on. Sorry.
All right. Go ahead.
No, we need to address this at an early age. And not only that, we need to get into the homes, make the parents understand that they have a responsibility to their child and to demonstrate a work ethic. We must take responsibility for our actions. And not only that, we need to be able to understand why a young person doesn't want to do a particular job. As you say, handles have been offering jobs here, there, and everywhere. But a lot of them will say, oh, well, they're not paying enough, and I can't go there. But if you don't try and access these availabilities, you'd rather sit on the block and go without, or get into some kind of confusion, then you're doomed. We must encourage youngsters in the schools to go for anything that's going. So I just wanted to put that across. I think it's important that we attack this at the earliest level. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for your contribution, ma'am.
Thank you very much, and I agree. And one of the things that, before I go back to the topic I was raising after, is that we have to understand we have 2 ears, 2 eyes before we have our mouth. No, we learn by hearing, we learn by seeing. And the challenge that I realize is being taken up in Trinidad right now is that the seniors are realizing, hey, listen, did we make a mistake by what we are sharing, what we are saying, what we allowed, what we did? So they are basically getting to the point of saying, hey, listen, we now have to basically get back to the point of being the example that we want our youths to follow. Now, this is important for me because I look at our society, and my brother stepped in call a while ago and he offered some advice, and I endorse what you're saying. We cannot not see our young people basically having challenges and not find a way to try to encourage them out of it. Now, the fact is, a person who just don't want to will never do. We have to be able to look at ensuring that we still provide the opportunity for that person not to be excluded but included. Now, it doesn't mean that the person will take up the challenge. But Brother Michael, if you understand what I'm saying, we have to ensure that they understand what we're doing is also for them.
Correct.
They too have the opportunity, because a lot of times, I sit down and I listen to men speak of the past, and we always find somebody to blame. We have to ensure that based on what they're seeing the opportunities. Based on what they're hearing us say, you two are included in this conversation. Now, it doesn't mean that they will take it up, but they must never be able to say that our society did not include them and did not try to cater to their needs. Thereafter, we have to basically ask God to do the rest. We have a caller. Let me take the caller. Hello, good day, my brother.
Hello.
Welcome to Shakeup.
Mr. Dominic Sutherland and former Commissioner Charles.
Correct.
Good day, my brother.
Good day. I call to strengthen what both of you are saying as to taking the opportunities that St. Vincent is offering now and being prepared to take them, getting education and the rest of it.
Yes.
And you said you're leaving for last the importance of going to church. So I call as a testimony of that.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in an area, in the one of the rural communities, and life wasn't that, positive. There were not many positive things in those days.
Yes.
You saw a lot of gambling and
Mm-hmm.
typical 1950s and 60s communities. And because my parents sent me to church from 4 years old, right, it made a big difference in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I was perfect, but at least it kept me on the straight and narrow.
Correct.
And I want to encourage a lot of young people. Yes, the education is good. Sports, fun against crime, and JCs, all these have their place and are useful too. But I would recommend, from my experience, a man now is in his early 70s. Started to go to church from since I'm 4 years old. What the positive impact it has made on my life. You know, church tends to teach you how to achieve. It teach you, you know, the idea of being focused and ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I would recommend it to any young person. When Sunday morning comes, or if you go on Saturdays, whatever, get just and go, and you develop discipline. You know, things you couldn't see and understand, the church helps you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to boast, but I thank God for it. I've never been arrested by any police.
But there's
And the
something to
only time
boast
I saw
about.
the only thing I've ever gone to the court for was a little driving traffic. And when I explained to the judge, he understand my case and he said, I reprimand you. So, yes, so I call to strengthen what both of you are saying.
We appreciate it, my
Go
brother.
to church and keep the straight and narrow way. You're gonna see you make better choices in life. You're gonna develop ambition. Some moral things. You know, I never had a late night life. I never know about the gambling and the smoking, and you know those vices. Not perfect. I made errors too.
Yes.
But I thank God for the church, and I will recommend it as Brother Sutherland and Brother Mike are saying. So may God bless you all. Continue to go to work that you all are doing.
Thank you, my brother.
Thanks for your contribution, sir.
Yeah.
We have to appreciate those scholars.
Definitely.
Because at the end of the day, my brother, you know, again, I made a note. Positive role models. Right now, this is what the cry in Trinidad is about. This is what is required of us as Vincentians right now. Let we don't lose our identity. Let's not, as the money start to flow, get caught up in the fact that, hey, listen, well, we got money now. Let us not lose our value system. Let us go out, let's work hard, let's contribute to the development of our economy. And let us not lose our heads, because we are seeing what is happening in Jamaica. We're seeing what is happening in Haiti. We are seeing what is happening in Trinidad. And we're talking about bigger islands than us. We're talking about millions plus people. We're talking about economies that actually have natural resources. And I'm saying we now have to understand, as we develop, as we expand, let us basically ensure that we, the adults, show our the next generation, our youth,
lead by our example,
that we are positive people. And they too. And as my brother say, you know, we all have our little vices, whatever they may be. But let us ensure that at the end of the day, we remain positive.
Yes.
Now, Brother Mike, we have 10 minutes and I will share. I will go back.
Liat.
Now, there's so many lessons that we have learned since Liat 1974 Limited has been dissolved.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those where, again, earlier this morning, I was having a conversation where I was saying, Brother Mike, that in the development cycle, sometimes we have to basically understand that not every voice that is sounded is really about you and your growth.
Yes.
Not everybody who comes to the table championing, and I mean, sometimes, Mike, you know, it's a difficult choice, because am I making noise and you yourself sitting down and thinking, boy, but I got benefit. So therefore, you join in with him. He makes a great sales pitch, and it sounds like you're going to benefit. So therefore, you abandon everything, every course of action that you know, hey, listen, this is what got me here. And we jump for the bone.
Mm-hmm.
That is only a shadow. Liat 1974 is a perfect example of that, where we end up with powerful unions. We end up with persons who basically look at the economy and say, hey, all I want to do is get. We look at a situation where sometimes the information necessary is not always out there in the public. And therefore, sometimes the decisions made is blurred because we don't always have all the facts. We get fed only what we think people think we need to know. LEAT 1974 Limited is a serious teaching tool for us as our economy expands and grows. Because, Brother Mike, here's an effort now. We realize for the last few years, everybody who cuts LEAT started to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, we should have had LEAT, we need a LEAT, things gone bad.
Well, as the old people say, never miss the water until the well run dry.
No, the other part of that coin now is when you get an opportunity and a new well is found, you better take care of it.
Yeah, definitely.
You better look at it and say, hey, listen, we can't expect one or two nations in this Caribbean to sit down and say, hey, listen, we got all the services at LEAT, but we will not participate. We want LEAT to basically hire all of our citizens, but we don't want to contribute to its success. We want LEAT to be able to be the carrier that you could rely on, but we don't want to pay the price. Brother Mike, a serious lesson with LEAT is pricing,
Yeah, correct.
Too many of us figure a lot of things should be free. We don't value the intangibles. Now, as an accountant, I would tell you, one of the things that has happened in this world is the value of intangibles, patents, patterns, where you realize that, hey, listen, the underlying services, the quality, the idea has significant value that you better be able not to erode. Otherwise, you're going to lose your business. I am happy to see LEAT 2020. I don't know all the ins and outs of what it will be, how it will be shared up. I realize there's a major partner who may come out of Africa.
Nigeria.
Yes. And we will say again, when it gets into the hands of the private sector, it had to make money. Let us not see the private sector as the enemy. Brother Mike, we saw what happened when we started to make noise over everything. When we figure competition will cause it to be cheaper. Competition will cause it to be more efficient. Without actually looking at what are the core issues behind the LEAT problem. Where the kind of support that was necessary. We had LEAT servicing territories who did not want to be a stakeholder, a shareholder in the company. Who did not see it beneficial that, hey, listen, if we have to have a kind of subsidy, some kind of support system for such a critical service provider for the region, we must be able to come to the table and negotiate and understand through proper business planning, through budgets, etc., what was necessary. We will find ourselves with a product that is valuable but cannot make any money. And obviously, you could have a valuable product, it ain't making any money, and then you lose all its benefits. I look at it, and I'm seeing they're basically put out for persons to apply for different posts, etc. And yes, the experience of the past could be a hindrance, but I want to encourage persons to be able to embrace the opportunity. Don't get daunted by the challenges of the past. Sometimes we have to fail to succeed. Yes. The story of a lot of the technology we use today have a testimony of its own, where the person behind the concept, the person who added value to it, each one will tell you how hard it was, how many times they failed before they got it right. And then you'll notice that's why today we even talk about innovation as a significant component of any product, where even after I've launched it and even after I've sent it out, most of the time I don't just leave that product as it is. I continue to work on it and look at it. Let's take the call. Good day, my brother.
Yeah. I listen to you. I think our problem in St. Vincent is marketing. People, I shouldn't just say people. I should be. Most people don't like to pay for advertisement. They don't want to pay for the name to go out in the market. They don't. They choose not to, talk to customer properly. And when the business fail, they blame everybody else but themselves.
Correct.
And I always say is Sylvan's never a peculiar set of people. We like to see money in the bank. We like to see it drop, to a certain level. We want to invest. We don't want to create nothing. We just, money here. And I've learned that the only time you get money is when you invest money. You can't create money with money in the bank. What's the percentage the bank give you? Like 2%? I mean, if you really want to create anything, you have to invest. And when you invest, you create work for other people while you're making money.
Correct. You're correct. Absolutely correct, my brother.
And I think, like all these hotels and things going on in St. Vincent, the airport open. I thought Vincent would have moved away from the supermarket mentality. Because we in a supermarket mentality kind of thing. Everybody want to have a supermarket, a shop. And nobody thinking beyond that,
Creativity.
If I had the money, like, I'd be coming home and building up a couple of apartments. Because just now, St. Vincent don't have the room to entertain the people who come in.
You're correct, You're correct. You're correct. Because right now, I could say, based on conversations I'm having, with what is happening for cricket in June, we are still falling short of rooms.
And that's the point I'm trying to, because I'm coming home for Carnival, and I'm finding it hard to find place to stay.
Yes.
I'm saying if I'm a local person who coming home, find it hard to find a place to stay. You can imagine somebody who never even come to St. Vincent before.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, St. Vincent, you know, everybody say, "Oh, the airport bill, we didn't know it was going to take off." So we didn't invest.
I'm laughing because I remember there was a meeting that was held by the Chamber of Commerce, and the headline that came out in the newspaper was, "We will invest when it's built." And you realize, wrong message.
That's too late.
Exactly.
That is too late.
Yes, my brother.
Like I was listening to I think it was Shakeup or one of those things, where the fisherman say, "Oh, he's not selling his fish to what do you call it? The place in California, Rainforest. No, I'm not selling it because they're gonna sell it back to Sandals." I'm like, excuse me, you went out to fishing. You catch a fish. Do you care who the fish sell to? Do you want to make money? Do you want to sell your fish? It doesn't matter who buy your fish. To me, it doesn't matter. Once you come off the water and you could go a place and sell your fish and you get the price that you satisfy with, not a price that somebody come out to the blue sky and say, the price that you say, okay, that price, $5 a pound, $4 a pound, I settle for that. You don't care who buy it.
My brother, I have to wrap up now, but I agree with you 100%. You know, thank you for calling. And we're going to have a next conversation, my brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for your contribution, Coach.
Michael?